if I stick that red probe in and I have this other side here, we'll use the non-contact voltage tester so we can see that we have a situation that might be dangerous with this probe depending on what we touch it against. So I would not recommend leaving a positive probe in the hot side or any probe in the hot side while you're doing your troubleshooting. And then a very specific note about this 270, why I think it's so nice for homeowners, it comes with this adapter that goes in all 3 ports, and then you have a plug. So we plug into the actual GFCI, we get our voltage out, it says it's wired correct, we see the green light. So it has a built-in outlet tester in addition to being able to do the voltages like we just did. Also, it can test. So that just tested the time. It took 0.01 seconds to trip your GFCI, so that's within specs. So that is a really handy feature for homeowners, which will only come on, at least from what I've seen, this ET270 from Klein Tools. And let me show you automotive examples that's super handy for the 12-volt system on my truck.
Which you just set your selection dial to V and then press select, so you see the solid and dashed line. Now you're in DC voltage. Same way, you can change your range. Here, this is a 12-volt system, so I'll set it to a max of 99.99 volts. Then I'd put the black probe on the negative and the red probe on the positive, and I'm reading 12.92, which would indicate a strong battery. But if I want to check my alternator, I'll start the engine and then do the same check and expect to get higher than that voltage, indicating that the alternator is actually charging the battery. And we do with 14.12 volts.
Now with extension cords is you might have a failure point that seems to be coming on and off, which usually would happen right here at your plug. So what we can do is put one test probe here, connect it up, and then one test probe on this side. So now we have continuity. What I would do is a wiggle test. So I would wiggle that end and I would expect the audible alarm to turn off if I had an internal failure. So if I heard that audible alarm as I'm moving it, going on and off like this, that would indicate probably within this insulation, the sheathing here, I have some copper that is damaged and an internal failure. So that wiggle test while doing an audible continuity check is super handy for components that you think might be failing, like an extension cord.